Hi and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lala, and again I welcome you back into my kitchen where today we will be making Pollo Guisado. It's like a chicken stew. It's totally amazing and it goes great with white rice, which is the way we're having it today. The ingredients you're going to need are chicken. I'm using chicken breast, bone in, skin off. For this one you may use whatever you want to use. I also have potatoes, carrots, celery, I have red peppers, cilantro, sofrito, culantro, tomato sauce. Now culantro, going back to it, looks like this. It's like a flat leaf type of cilantro, which is totally, oh, the flavor it gives, it's amazing. Anyways, aside from this, you're going to be using adobo and sazon and cumin and all different types of spices, which I will be telling you about as I use them. So come follow me. Let's give this a try. Okay, so here we go. We're going to use a pretty large pot. And in this pot, we're going to start with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I like to use the extra light tasting. But if you cannot use that one, you can use canola, you can use corn oil, vegetable oil, it's fine. So we're just going to use a little bit in the bottom of the pot. So that way everything will get started. I'm putting in approximately, give or take, we added about a quarter of a cup, not even. I think it's a little less than a quarter of a cup. And to that, we're going to add our sofrito. This is homemade sofrito. In a later video, I will show you guys exactly how to make this sofrito. And we're gonna let this cook for just a little bit, just to get the flavors to start coming out of it. Sofrito smells amazing as soon as you put it in to your pot. In here, I'm also going to be adding my red peppers. Just that, really quickly. I'm not adding a lot because my daughter's not a big fan of peppers. So we gotta try to make do with what we have. Now at this point in this pot, I will be adding my chicken. So this is what's going in there. My chicken is all in, and we're gonna let that start to cook. And we're gonna add to that just a little bit of water because it is absolutely needed to get that chicken started. We're going to add 1 packet of sazon. That's what's going to give it that red color. It's totally amazing. That's number 1. Following now, we're going to add our first part of the tomato sauce. So in total, we're using about half of a 8-ounce can, so about 4 ounces in total. But for right now, I'm only adding this part. And I'm sorry you're seeing all this, the smoke. I'm sorry about that. So we continue to cook this just for a little bit, and we will see what we add next. So let's see. So we just let it go for a little bit. At this point, we're going to go ahead and add our potatoes that have been diced, and I have them in water. And we're also going to be adding our carrots, our celery. We're going to give this a stir. We're going to give this a stir just for a moment. We want to add enough water to cover it almost to the top. Just not all the way, but almost to the top. So that's good. We don't want to make this soup. We're literally just making pollo guisado. So at this point, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add some cumin. This I add to my liking, so you can add it to your liking. I will be adding some garlic powder. You guys will eventually understand that one of my favorite ingredients of all times is garlic. I'm adding onion powder, just a little bit. You don't want to add too much because the sofrito already has it. Oregano. This oregano is from my mother's garden. So this is totally amazing. And I'm going to start by adding a little bit of all-purpose seasoning or adobo at this point, right? Because I might just need a little bit more later on. freshly cracked black pepper. Again, we're going to give it a little turn. It already looks really good. But now all we need to do, the starch in the potatoes is gonna make this super thick. I'm gonna add half of my cilantro, and I'm going to add my culantro. Most of it at least, okay? Now at this moment, I will be adding the rest of my tomato sauce, which will help thicken this. And we will let this go now until the potatoes are completely tender. This might take approximately 15 minutes. I also want to add just a little bit of chicken base. We're gonna add just the bouillon. This is the powdered bouillon, and let this go. Now we're gonna just cover this and let it continue to go for another maybe 15 minutes. We're gonna go check this out now. Off camera, I did add a few olives in there, so you can tell already how the potatoes are pretty much done. At this point, we're just gonna add a little bit more of the cilantro. Give it a quick stir. Give it a stir and give it a taste, because now is when we adjust for flavors. So simple. Okay, this needs just a little bit of salt, which I had yet to add. So I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, roughly about a tablespoon or so. And now again, we're gonna give it a stir and taste again. Yes, that's how it's supposed to taste. I'm gonna let it reduce slightly now for just a few more minutes, and then we're gonna be ready to serve. Our meal is ready, and now it is time to eat. So what is the best accompaniment for this? Some white rice. On a later video, I'll show you how to do that my way. We're gonna go ahead and add our chicken. Make sure you get your vegetables in there. Potatoes. Oh my goodness. I just want you to take a look at this. But in order for you to see the actual finished result, there is nothing, and I'm going to repeat, nothing better in a Puerto Rican house than to have aguacate with your meal. So we are adding aguacate. And I'm sorry you can't see me, but it's okay. Come on. That's all good. So, here we go. We have your pollo guisado done my way. Let me tell you something. This is a must go to. You can make it, you can let it thicken up if you want a little more, but my husband likes it with a little bit of broth. Hope you enjoy, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe.